Voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
Okay, it's the Viper 4567 here with the Attitude Era episode 20. This is WWF In Your House, fully loaded. This was in the Cell Arena in Fresno, California, and there was a crowd of just under 10,000. So another like lackluster pay-per-view. It wasn't anything special in my opinion. So far, most pay-per-views of 98 have been absolutely pathetic, if I'm being honest. Like, there's nothing, like King of the Ring wasn't anything special. The two main events were pretty good, but that was about it. Like, you had one, maybe two decent other matches that didn't really help didn't help galvanise the size of the show. Like Unforgiven, Over the Edge, No Way Out, and Royal Rumble weren't anything particularly special, to be quite honest. WrestleMania was okay to good at best. So like, we've not really had a great pay-per-view so far. Like, I think I overrated WrestleMania, if I'm being honest myself, but I'm looking forward to the next one, which is SummerSlam. There's obviously two great matches on the show. There's a couple of good matches, one great ladder match, and I think the main event was pretty damn good there as well. So I actually haven't watched the I've only watched the ladder match once, which is surprising. I'm looking forward to watching it again. So we'll get on with this one, shall we? Val Venis defeats Jeff Jarrett in an okay match. This is Val Venis' pay-per-view debut. The ref gets rid of Jarrett's bodyguards, who are Sudden Justice, they were called the Godwins, or whatever you want to call them. And then Kane came out, they get told to leave, but the manager kind of sneaks around, which was Yamaguchi's son. He stays and does commentary, and he comes out to see Val Venis, which is good for him. Venis does his pose on Jarrett. Venis misses a crossbody. Irish Whip followed by a knee from Venis. Roll up gets two for Venis. Powerbomb from Jarrett. Lee attacks Venis on the outside. Baseball slide from Jarrett, and then a sweet DDT. Both men trade sleepers, then a nice belly from Venis, and then a clothesline. Fisherman suplex gets two for Jarrett, followed by a crossbody that also gets two. Venis comes back with a power slam, and a superplex from Jarrett. Venis pushes Jarrett into Tennessee Lee, and then a roll up gets the win. And after the match, then Venis gets on the mic and says, "Yamaguchi-san, your wife is right. You do not measure up." So yeah. Excuse me, bit of a cough. All in all, the match wasn't anything spectacular. I'll give it a star and a half. Next match, Dlo Brown defeats X-Pac, and actually a good match in my opinion. This match led up due to the fact that Dlo won the European title that past Monday on Raw after The Rock interfering and giving Triple H the rock bottom. So yeah, I thought that's what's leading to Triple H taking on The Rock in a 2-out-of-3 pinfall match. So yeah. So obviously the rivalry between The Rock and the Nation and DX basically is really coming into its own now. So yeah. Dlo Brown sucks chant from the crowd. Nice heel kick from X-Pac, insecurity from X-Pac, and then he goes balls first into the ropes. King keeps talking about Sable and that Bram Panties match. He's just a dirty old perv. Trying to chant then from the crowd. Dlo with a hard Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Leg drop from Dlo, that gets two. X-Pac misses a spinning heel kick. Nice clothesline from Dlo, and then he misses a top rope moonsault. Spinning heel kick then from X-Pac. X-Pac gets rid of the Godfather, but Dlo gets rid of the Godfather, but Dlo gets the win with the Sky High. Then we see Edge in the crowd, which is nice for him. Then we see Kevin Kelly saying that the Undertaker is not here, which is not like him. He is usually here hours before the show. So the match itself was pretty good. 2.5 stars, no problem at all with that one. So yeah. Next then, Scorpio and Faarooq defeat Terry Funk and Bradshaw in a crap match. Before the match, JR interviews Funk and Bradshaw. Funk says after this, his last match, he's going to take a sabbatical basically, which makes Bradshaw mad. Drop kick from Scorpio, Hurricane Rana from Scorpio, and then clothesline from Bradshaw and Faarooq. Shoulder block, that gets two for Bradshaw. Crowd do not care one bit about this match. Funk gets a little bit of a reaction when he gets tagged in. Back suplex gets two for Faarooq, and then a power slam gets two for Faarooq as well. Funk shakes the ropes, so Scorpion lands balls first. balls first onto the ropes, powerbomb them from Bradshaw, I guess 2. Funk ran Scorpio into the ring, Barry botched in from Funk. He thinks he's going for someone, basically fails miserably. Funk gets 2 for a roll up, Bourne chant from the crowd, and a 450 splash gets the win for Scorpio. Bradshaw attacks everyone after the match, including a nice clothesline on Scorpio that sends him inside out, and he hits Faarooq right in the skull with a chair, so that's what gets the quarter-star for me, so sue me. And then basically King continues to talk about the Braun Panties match. Shut up, King, you fucking dirty old pervert. I just don't, like, throughout the whole fucking show, until he talks, in every match he talks about it at least 4 times in every match. It's just ridiculous. I think the guy is just a fucking paedophile in my opinion. I know that's probably a bit harsh to be saying, but like, he's an absolute pedo. I don't care. Next match, Mark Henry defeats Vader in an okay match. Big Vader chant from the crowd. Henry stabs Vader and then an elbow from Henry. Double sledge gets 2 for Henry, and then he gets a leg drop that also gets 2. Vader sits on Henry and then he gets a big splash that gets 2. Then a clothesline from Vader and then a slash off the second rope that gets 2 for as well. Henry gets the win with a big splash. So yeah, an okay match, a star at most, and yeah, that's basically it. So Kane, Mankind and Paul Bearer comes to the ring. Paul Bearer gets on the mic. I knew Taker would not want to face his brother when he wants to be in one piece for SummerSlam, which Undertaker will take on Stone Cold at SummerSlam for the WWF 12, which is a bit kind of shocking because like usually before a pay-per-view you usually don't have a match ready for the next pay-per-view before you actually do a pay-per-view, like the previous pay-per-view is usually it's rare really, but which I have no problem with. Just think it's quite rare. Only time I can think is John Cena taking on The Rock like a year from that date basically. So yeah, what else was there? You're nothing but a coward. And then Austin, he says you're in the wrong place, the wrong time. Taker will not be here to help you. Then the Outlaws come out and they challenge whoever wins the tag titles tonight to a match tomorrow night on Raw, which is nice. And then they attack Kane and Mankind, the ref, and other personnel come out to break him up. So yeah, so kind of makes sense. And then next match, then DOA defeats Legion of Doom 2000 or LOD 2000 in a crap match. Double clothesline from Animal. Nice drop kick then from Animal, and then a nice clothesline from Hawk. It's 2. Neck breaker from Hawk, and then he goes then short first into the ring post. Paul entering then attacks Hawk and Animal when the ref's distracted. Basically at any time he can get near leg drop from 8 Ball gets 2. Then a big boot then from 8 Ball on Hawk. Back suplex then from Animal. Doomsday device from LOD, but DOA do the old switcheroo. I think it was 8 Ball skull. One of them got the DDT and that got the win. So yeah, another crap match in my opinion. DOA versus LOD. DOA have never had a great match in their life. In my opinion, just a crap tag team if I'm being honest. So yeah, so half a star. It was just slightly better than the other tag match. Then Mr. McMahon comes out to the ring with these bitches, Patterson and Briscoe. If Taker does not show up tonight, do not blame me. Austin hits Taker with a chair. That was not my fault. Basically just trying to get the fault off him, blame off him. He talked about the card is subject to change in the fine print in any newspaper. He will get a sub for Taker, which apparently will be the Brooklyn Brawler, which is good for him. The crowd do not care one bit. Another pointless pay-per-view that they could have had on the pre-show. So yeah. Then the next match, Owen Hart defeats Ken Shamrock in a dungeon. What's it called? A dungeon match? Yeah. This match was taped that previous day, I think, if I'm not mistaken, up in the Stu Hart's family dungeon, basically in Calgary. So Dan Severn was the special guest referee for this match. It's basically a submission match. Shamrock rams Owen into the wall twice, and then Owen goes low and does a spinning heel kick. Hart rams Shamrock into the wall, then bounces his head off the wall, and then Owen then comes back with a suplex and a dropkick thanks to using the water pipe on the ceiling. Excuse me. Shamrock rams Owen into a weight equipment, then Hart with a powerbomb. Then Hart launches Shamrock into the pipe, and Hart goes for a sharp shooter, but Shamrock counters. Shamrock with an insecurity that nailed Severn after Hart ducked. Hart then hits Shamrock with a dumbbell, and then he uses Shamrock's hand to make him tap, and Severn falls for it, so, which was funny. It makes sense really because they want to have a rematch, I think, at SummerSlam if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's a good match, 2 stars. So yeah, we're on to our next match, which is for the WWF Intercontinental title. This is a 2 out of 3 pinfall match. The Rock defeats Triple H in a very good match, I must say. The Rock and Triple H draw, I should say, because they didn't. This match was for a 30 minute time limit, and they used up all their time. So Triple H comes to the ring with DX, and The Rock comes down with the Nation. So Sergeant Zorro gets rid of the Nation and DX, but Chyna can stay because she has a manager's license, which fair enough. She does. She is the manager of Triple H, but she caused more havoc now than what the rest of the guys would do. So yeah. As I said earlier, The Rock cost Triple H the European title that past week on Raw. Jarrett said this match is supposed to be title versus title. So this match was supposed to be title versus title, which would have been kind of better in my opinion, but what can you do? And this obviously has a nice clothesline from Rock, I guess, too. Clothesline then from Triple H after Rock does the crotch chop to Chyna. Nice right hand from Chyna. Rock counters the pedigree with a backdrop. They fight on the outside. Triple H slams Rock on the floor. Then Triple H rams Rock into the ring bar. Rock rams Triple H into the steps, and then Rock drops him on the ring bar. Swinging neck breaker then from Triple H. Triple H drops the knee on the Rock. That gets 2. Rock with a suplex on the outside. Rocky slams Triple H on the floor. He distracts the ref, and Henry comes out and does that big splash. Gordon attacks Henry. Rock then hits Triple H with the belt. Now he gets 2. Clothesline then from Rock gets 2 as well. Rock chokes Triple H with some cables. Then Rock comes with a sweet DDT on Triple H. There he gets 2. Triple H comes back with a high knee. Rock hangs Triple H on the ropes. Fella comes out, but the outdoor stop him. That makes him go backstage. Dlo comes out, but Triple H hits Dlo with the belt, but the Rock Bottom gets the first fall for the Rocks. So yeah, it does make sense all the guys coming out interfering, because obviously the Nation and DX fucking hate each other. So it does make sense in my opinion. Chyna then goes low on the Rock, then a sweet GDT on the chair, and that gets the second fall for Triple H. Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, that's how he got it. But Triple H rebounds off the barrier and a clothesline on the Rock. Rock gets the people's elbow, that gets 2. X-Pac with the X Factor. Triple H gets the pin, goes for the pin, that gets 2. Triple H ducks, Rock hits the ref with a chair. Chyna then goes low on the Rock, then a sweet DDT on the chair from her, and that gets the second fall for Triple H. Both falls basically, I think the first fall was like 18 minutes, the second one was like 23 minutes. So like, Triple H with a face buster and a clothesline, that gets 2. Simone drop gets 2 for the Rock. Triple H gets the pedigree and covers the Rock, but it's too late, and so it's over. So the match finishes draw, and obviously Rock is still the IC champion. The Nation attacks Triple H. DX come out to make the save. This is not the last time they face each other next month at SummerSlam in that incredible ladder match. So looking forward to that. Kevin Kelly says the Undertaker has arrived, which is all good and fine and dandy. So yeah, then we come to King's favourite moment of the night, is the bikini contest, which I could not give a flying fuck about. Jacqueline defeats Sable, I think, apparently, so this is a dud. King is the master of ceremonies, which is good for him, the dirty old paedophile. Jackie wins, who gives a fuck. Sable shows off her boobs. Basically, Jerry the King Lawler nearly has a fucking shit fit, basically. So, yeah. Before that, Dustin Reynolds came out and prayed and basically talks about that bikini contest, which was good for him. I couldn't give a flying fuck, to be quite honest. Yeah. Now on to the main event. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker defeat Kane and Mankind to become the new WWF Tag Team Champions. No, good match really, wasn't anything particularly special, if I'm being completely and utterly honest. Austin makes his way to the ring. Taker and him go face to face, but Kane and Mankind attack them, so they brawl in the entranceway to begin with. Austin rams Kane into the steps. Austin gives Taker basically the middle finger. Clothesline from Austin on Mankind. Lufas press then and an elbow on Kane. Undertaker then gives him the finger then, which was funny. Splash in the corner from Taker on Mankind. Kane with a chokeslam on Taker. Running knee in the corner from Mankind on Undertaker, and then he comes with a double arm DDT, and that gets 2 from Mankind. Austin knocks Mankind off the apron, and then Mankind lands on the Spanish announcer's table. Taker rams Kane into the steps, and then Undertaker comes back with a sweet DDT on Mankind. Mankind brings the chair into the ring, but Austin gets it and hits Kane with it. That gets 2. Big boot then from Kane. Kane drops Austin on the barrier. Kane then with a chokeslam on Austin. Austin then with a stunner on Kane, and then one on Mankind. Taker gets the tag. Taker goes low on Mankind. Taker nails Paul Bear. Chokeslam on Tombstone gets the win for Taker and Austin, and then after the match, then Undertaker just takes both the tag team titles and just and basically just fucks off Austin, saying like, "What the fuck, man? Give me one of those, you cunt," basically. So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting running up to SummerSlam. Obviously, there's another tag team title change. I think it was a Kane and I don't know. I think I'll be talking about that in the next edition of it. But there is, I think, at least one, maybe two title changes again between now and SummerSlam. So it's gonna be interesting. So yeah. So overall, again, this pay-per-view wasn't extremely spectacular. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. That's basically average now for the last couple of. It's just what it's been averaging over the last like 4 or 5 shows. So yeah. So my next video will be me. Well, the next one will be SummerSlam. So looking forward to that. So this was the Survivor 4567. Please subscribe, comment, like, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. So take it easy.